Welcome to Shop Time, where I show you what I'm working on here in the Tool Teardowns garage. And today I'm going to be putting an extended drain here on my 29-gallon Harbor Freight air compressor. First things first, I'm going to prop up the compressor on a board so I can get a little bit more room to access that drain valve. Normally in a job like this, I would just lay the entire compressor over on its side, but this is an oil-filled compressor, and if I do that, I think a lot of the oil will leak out. The very first thing you need to do is drain all the air pressure out of the tank, which I've already done. So now I'm going to remove the valve. A lot of smaller air compressors come with a drain valve like this, which is 1/4-inch NPT thread and has this multi-turn design, and these are not very good. So when you're putting an extended drain on most compressors, you also need to buy a ball valve of the right size. However, I'll give credit to this Harbor Freight air compressor because it actually comes with a decent quality ball valve from the factory, so I'm just going to use this one. Also, you might notice that the Harbor Freight valve is a little bit bigger. This is 1/4-inch NPT. The Harbor Freight air compressor uses 3/8 NPT thread. So I went to my local big box store and got a few pieces here that I think will do the job. So what I'm going to do is have this will screw into the bottom of the tank. Then we will have this 6-inch extension on here. I also got this coupler here. And then finally, on the very end, will be the ball valve. So when it's all said and done, it'll look like this. There are a couple different reasons to do this job. The first one is pretty obvious because it makes it easier to reach the drain valve because it's not hidden so far under the tank. The second reason is because, especially if you forget to drain it for a little while, when water's building up in the tank, it won't actually be sitting in the bottom of the tank rusting it out. It'll be sitting here in this pipe. I'll just get this all tightened up before I put it together. The first thing I'm going to do here is screw in the elbow, then make sure it's pointing the direction I want it to point. I got the elbow pointing the way I want it, so next I'm going to screw in the straight piece. Because of where I'll eventually have the compressor sitting permanently, I wanted the valve facing the front of the compressor here. You can see that it's really easy to reach now right there. And another thing is, this is a good length. So I have a 6-inch extension pipe on there. If I went any longer, like if I went with 8 inches, it might hit the ground when you're tipping the air compressor up to move it. Here with the 6-inch one, it doesn't. So that is a good length to make it accessible, but also keep it a little bit out of the way. So now that this is all back together, I have a really important and strenuous job for this compressor. So it's a couple days later. I checked everything with some soapy water, and I actually did have a couple leaks. So I took a couple of the pieces apart, added some additional Teflon tape, and now I'm good to go. So what do you guys think? Would you have done anything differently on this project? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Jump shot!